Operating from the gun, here's Nix. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he's got this down to the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. This quick pass complete to Sutton. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Nix to the air. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Nix from the shotgun. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Evan Ingram, 34 yards. And the Broncos are on the board first here this afternoon. Will Lutz on for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos.
Makes the score Broncos 7, Rams nothing. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First run now for Kyron Williams. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
That's the receivers don't spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. That's caught. Puka Nacua. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. Now Williams running left. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. Alex Singleton, a former Canadian League star, in on the stop.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now 2nd and 5. Stafford. And he rifles one incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Stafford. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
A little bit of finger pointing and heavy discussion going on in the defensive backfield. It's man coverage, but they leave a guy wide open. They've got to be counting their lucky stars that this ball was overthrown.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They snap it to Stafford. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Broncos will take over here just shy of the 30.
Result of the play is
the Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Franklin. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense humming here in the early going.
Setting up a screen for Harvey. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43.
1st and 10.
Here's Nix. They'll roll him out right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10. To throw, here's Nix. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Throwing Nix. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first down, really making a push for the end zone, and it looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Big strides, look at him go. And he will finally be taken out of bounds as it's an enormous play there on the final snap of this first quarter. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A give to Williams, running right. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
A loss of 2. Brings up second.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Short throw. It's Higbee. He's into space past the 25. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 20-yard line.
First down, Los Angeles.
Here's Stafford. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Slant to Adams. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Again, it's Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Nix. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Buda Ford, the one to get to him and drop him. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
Here's Smith to return it. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt. 3-yard return, and the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Stafford now to throw. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 43. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Stafford. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. 2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And his defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead. To throw is Stafford. And this is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. To the air again, Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. To throw is Nix. And this one into the hands of Ingram downfield. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. 43 yards. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now the Central Florida product, it's R.J. Harvey. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
I think what we just saw their partner was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
Working out of the gun is Nix. Caught Franklin right side. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Dobbins fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. One more time with Dobbins. And this time he is in. J.K. Dobbins taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Wants to try to end the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score Broncos 14, Rams 3. Will Lutz to kick
Lutz
off.
now to kick this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Under pressure, they got him again. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Now a give up the middle to Williams. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd.
Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. That is caught. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. Stafford now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. They try the left side here with Williams. 25, touchdown LA. Kyron Williams, 47 yards. And the Rams have got it back to within a score. So the call's made by Sean McVay. They're going to go for 2.
The Rams will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Stafford's going to try and throw for it. And he'll get in for the 2 points. So that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal.
14, Rams 11.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, They know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Nix to the air. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
At the 44-yard line.
They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Broncos' 42-yard line.
Now it's Stafford. Caught on the right side by Adams. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
And now Stafford's going to move him around. Now back to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. That one taken in by Whittington. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. They'll fake it. Now Stafford sliding out of the pocket. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And the Rams are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Williams is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Well, they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal?
2-yard line.
Now Stafford. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Touchdown, L.A.
Davante Adams. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Harrison Mevis for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Rams 18, Broncos 14.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. They need their best drive of the game right here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's Nix. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
2nd and 10. To throw. Here's Nix. Open man is Waddle, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 34-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Nick's going to give to Hardy. And all the way home for a Broncos score. R.J. Hardy, 34 yards. And the Broncos answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Broncos 21, Rams 18. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Lutz now to kick this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds at midfield. So a solid return to the 50.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game. And that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10. Right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Pass complete there to Nakua. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
A big play here as the crowd noise rises. 3rd and 1.
Throwing is Stafford. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Who wants it more? This is 4th and a yard.
They snap it to Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Throwing Nix.
Flush to his right.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
Another incompletion would certainly be ideal defensively. A big play now. This is 3rd and 10.
Now it's Nix.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 16-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Stafford.
Pass complete. It's Adams.
And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. 1st down.
16 yards. And the Rams 1st down.
Now it's Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now Stafford. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4th-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Well, this crowd is making an impact right now. 3rd and 10.
Stafford now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, Let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of his contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
4th down, 10 yards to go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it, but they've got to continue to move quickly.
Here's back-to-back catches for Davante Adams.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10.
Back to throw.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Riley Moss.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
Lux with the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Broncos 28, Rams 18.
And I guess the touchdown wasn't enough. They want the onside kick as well. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Stafford here, coming off his pick 6.
To the right side, that's Whittington.
The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
At the 39-yard line.
Here comes 2nd down and 5.
Back to throw, Stafford.
That one into the hands of Adams downfield.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
It's a gain of 23 yards. 1st down, Rams.
To throw is Stafford. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Boy, this crowd is on pins and needles now, because anytime you see the ball heading for the end zone, you really hold your breath, and they come out of their seats. That one falls incomplete.
One last throw here for Stafford. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down?